you're totally fine. I'm recording on my end already.
Ah, I gotta add it in separately. It's treating it as a separate deal. Test. Okay, so I think I can hear myself now. Ah, gotta add it in separately. It's treating it as a separate deal. All right, can I get a little something from you? Test. Okay, so I think I can hear myself now. Will, can you say something? That's perfect. Thank you. I just want to make sure I can hear you. Alright, can I get a little something from you? Okay, so I can hear myself now. Will, can you say something? That's perfect. Thank you. No, I don't think I caught anything from you. I just want to make sure I can hear you. Alright, can I get a little something from you? Oh, God. No, I don't think I caught anything from you. I just want to make sure I can hear you.
I mean, fuck. Copy. Like my end. Well, because I wasn't speaking like into the mic.
Both it. We'll talk for a few minutes and then I'll see if this works. I'm gonna start recording over here.
Oh, locally.
Because I wasn't speaking like into the mic. Yeah, it's a little choppy. Okay. Can I hear myself? Oh yeah, I can hear myself. Okay. It's a trip because I'm talking and then I'm hearing the echo and then I'm listening to it and then it's also coming back into this mic and then repeating the mic because it's recording that as well. So I think
Yeah,
we're
sucker,
okay
what do you
though. I'm
think?
starting to hear noise come out of it in the way that we want to hear noise. All right, so let me just hop on over here and
AZ.
Scorsese.
Notes.
Yeah,
Nope.
baby.
Notes.
This is gonna be a tough one.
Well, because he's just such an influential
Yeah.
dude. So good at filmmaking. Holy crap. You know he's been doing it since he was like 8.
Check. Okay, I'm recording now. There we go. We're doing it. We're doing it from a hotel room live from San Francisco. Well, I'm quarantining correctly.
Do you at least have a mask? Like,
Yes, I don't have it with me because like I don't want to like, yeah, but yeah, I'm masking it, and
eyes of
I
judgment.
could feel him all the way from the other end of the country. Yes. Okay, so that's obviously a little bit too hot. So let's lower the volume there. Oh, I know. I got to lower it over here. Okay, look at there. Look at that. My computer's not blowing up. I thought it would have blown up already. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, Control S. Yeah, I'm learning that one because when I edit, I like to like I don't know. Every few minutes, I'll go through, click through the file, and then save. And now I'm learning, like, oh no, just Control S it and just keep moving, right? So you don't have to. What is happening now? Ch- Yeah. Oh my God. One sec. Hold on. My. There we go. Let me fix this. Microphone. Okay, get this off. No, it's freezing. There we go. Turn that off. 1 second. Okay, hang on. Can you hear me? You can hear me. I can't hear myself. Back on road. There it goes. How about now? Wait. Yes, I can hear you. Okay. And this is still having a problem. Okay, now we're good. Sorry. I wanted to make sure we were still getting audio from the stream, and right when I touched the volume, it like froze on me. So let me check it right now. Wanted to make sure we were still getting audio from the stream, and right when I touched the volume, it like froze on me. So okay, yeah, sorry about that. All right, where were we? All right, recording there, recording here. Yeah, so it just completely messed up everything on my computer, but yeah, we're all good. That's the downsides of traveling is you got to deal with the Best Western internet, and it's not the best. So yeah, that's something to add to the list in the future when we get the uncovered cinema ATM card is to put Wi-Fi dongle on so that we can travel and not be interrupted. But anyways, we're still trying to make do. I mean, I think that's part of becoming successful is consistency in practice. Like it doesn't matter if nobody's watching what you're doing, but if you're doing it consistently, then that well, yeah, I think yeah, the act of doing something over and over again is what builds that skill and reinforces that learning. And then yeah, I think that's someday. I mean, not I don't watch the news every day, but I know it's on, and I know people don't watch it every day. So it's like yeah, it's a good just the fact that I know that it is there means that when I am ready to watch it, I will watch it. So that's why it's important. Like while I'm traveling, is I still wanted to take the time out to do this practice, because once you make those sacrifices and say like, yeah, oh, I'm traveling, so I probably shouldn't be doing the thing I want to be doing today, but it's opens up the gateway to for lesser stuff. Then before you know it, oh, I'm watching a movie in my house, so I don't want to do any of this practice or editing. It's like, and then before you know it, you're a couch potato and you're not doing anything, and you're not doing any of the time. So, but yeah, this is good. This is also a good test, also because we're seeing how mobile our equipment is, and I think it still sounds good. I love this is a Rode NTG mic or NTG USB mic, so I like Rode. I think they kick ass. So yeah, dude, we're well, yeah, and the world is starting to open up again. So I'm optimistic that soon I have quite a lot of shoots planned. Like video, I was going to be traveling. Like I had Hawaii in 2 weeks. I was going to be doing some like 4 videos over there that I had planned for the last year, and we had to cancel Hawaii because they extended the quarantine, 14-day quarantine until the end of July. Yeah, so now it's like, yeah, it's end of July, and then I was watching. Well, maybe we can just do it, right? So the quarantine order says you can't leave the hotel. You can't even go out and buy food. You have to have food delivered to you, and it's for the full 14 days. And then I'm seeing people online getting arrested in Hawaii because they are going out to look at the beach and stuff, and you're supposed to be like literally like locked up watching. I don't even know if whatever movies, cable for 14 days. I'm not no, not looking at. And the whole point was to get out and go do these nature videos that I was going to make. So yeah, it sucks, but things are opening back up. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You were going like we were a week apart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's and then when you come back you're supposed to quarantine as well. So I'm like, no. I, I don't know what that means, like living in California. Can I just drive home, or are they going to make me stay in a hotel? I'm not sure. And then even then, if I am staying home, it's like, oh, I need to stock the fridge. So I guess there's services out there you can have it delivered, but I just don't want to deal with all that right now. So, oh really? So somebody else got your eggs and lube? That's always awkward. You see it on the shelf there in like grocery stores. It's just like lube is right next to the potatoes, and you're just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I couldn't do it if I was the cashier because I would be like, mm-hmm, you got yourself a value bottle of baby oil. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed there was a cucumber mixed in way in there. I don't know what the fuck that's for, but I mean, I couldn't do it. No, I'm not gonna. I can't be a cashier. Yeah. So, anyways, we're coming up on Memorial Day, So, congrats to no, not that's not what you say. It's this is for fallen soldiers and in remembrance of people that served in the military, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I always confuse this day with Veterans Day. So Veterans Day is like the the people that served, and you just thankful for everybody. Ah, Yeah. Yeah. And be lucky enough to be at this moment. Yeah. Well, that's a great opportunity for everyone out there. Make sure tomorrow you think of the fallen. I certainly know people that have passed in Afghanistan, and I'm sure you do as well. You served with a lot of those people. So yeah, thank them, and spend a moment for them. I mean, you should do that every day, but this is the day you're supposed to. Barbecuing. It's okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's all we're trying to do. That's one of the reasons I'm out traveling too. Is we've been cooped up in. Well, first of all, is your state still closed? I mean, our state's starting to open up. Yeah, yeah, no. Uh, yeah, 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 yeah. No, I think that's good. We're gonna be wearing masks for the next few years. I think as a culture, a society, where it's just gonna be something we have to get used to. Yeah, for decades they've been doing that. Right. Yeah. No, there's definitely going to be a positive side, a light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing that we should be. I mean, it's not rocket science. We should have been washing our hands before we eat, it's not touching our face, anyways, and maybe not like being up in everybody's grill, like completely packed stadiums and stuff. All that should have been happening anyways. So the idea of wearing a mask is not in public is not something that I think is not like a life changer for me. At least I've always wanted to wear a mask during flu season, especially when I go. Yeah, and I don't want to be weird, the weird guy, with the with the medical mask. Yeah, and so yeah, because you look like a burglar. Yeah, I still certainly have that anxiety as well. Like I have that those bias, I guess, of seeing people fully masked up, or it's not just when you see them like with a medical mask on, but when you see them with like a bandana and glasses on and a hoodie on, and it's like it gives me a little bit of anxiety still because I'm like, uh, no, like sunglasses or something in the day. But yeah, no, it's like one of the reasons I was here is I was filming out in the vineyards, and there's like a walking path, so people were out there walking, and so I have, gimbal and the camera and the mat box. It's all in all, you go buy a car with this stuff I'm holding in my hand, and I'm by myself recording, and this guy comes up with a mat, like fully masked in black and everything, and you can barely even see his eyes. And it was like it was intimidating. Like I definitely puckered up a little bit and clenched my grip on my camera, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna have to fight for this? How valuable is this stuff to me? How quick can I make an insurance claim to be back and recording again? Because that's what I want to do right now. Like I'm so excited that things are opening up again, at least here in California, and I'm definitely trying to take this opportunity to safely go out and start recording again because I've been waiting for months since this probably November to get my camera gear ready to get out and record. And I had all these things lined up. I'm months behind for things I was going to record, so it's so exciting to get out now and do it. But yeah, that's probably a good thing too. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. More than yourself. Yeah. Now, the fact that you could be, not showing any symptoms and asymptomatically showing it. So, I will admit, like while I am traveling, we have visited one set of family members, but we haven't been inside their house. We've only done sat in the backyard while they barbecue, and if not anything, we're doubling the space. We're about 12 feet apart. It's almost awkward because we're yelling at each other across the backyard to talk to each other. But, the other family members, they are immunocompromised. So we have to be, especially careful of that. But it's a little awkward showing up to like seeing family you haven't seen and like not hugging them, or shaking someone's hand. Like, I kind of feel like I'm almost like slightly offended, like subconsciously offended, but and it feels weird. I'm like talking to them, and I'm like, dude, are you mad at me? But like, no, I'm like, no, it's okay. This is what we're doing now. This is okay. But it's a little weird. I forget as a society how much we rely on interactions, and physical touch. Yeah, so it's yeah. Yeah, I don't want to put those fingers out there. I'm gonna have to wash them. I'm gonna have to wash those deuces when I get done. Well, anyways, today, what? Go ahead. Oh, oh, wait, that you were so subtle about it. You're a true professional. You didn't, you didn't disrupt the show completely or anything. Well, I'm like, no. Now I want to know. Tell me what's going on. Like, yeah, it's one of those blackouts. Oh wait, hang on. There we go. All right. Well, today we are talking about. That's a horrible take. Let's go ahead and try that again. I don't know. That wasn't a glitch on your screen. That was just me uncaffeinated. Yes, Scorsese. Yeah. Woo, we're getting up here. It's taken us a month to get up to icons. We're talking about icons now, and it's like, this is a long one though because this guy is older than dirt, and he's been making films since he came out of the womb. Yes, and I'll tell you, Italian American actors, and he's got the best bushy eyebrows in the business. I'll tell you that. They just get bushier as he gets older too. But it's at 77 years old. But uh, yeah, we're gonna be talking about his works today, and starting from the top. And I don't even know. I don't even know. This is gonna. We'll see how long this goes because yeah, this might be a 6 hour episode. So strap in, folks, because we're gonna do a dive into Scorsese. Yes. Did we intro it properly? Yeah. I love me a good mob thriller. Unfortunately, I'm the only one in front of the camera. Yep. And I'm an Italian American. Just throwing that out there. Just sprinkling it on there. I might be the next Scorsese. I don't know. I'm still young. Okay. Uh, no, because my screen just flicked over to a super big picture of him, and he's all I see on my screen now. All my notes are gone. But why did he get into film? Smoke cigarettes. Smoke cigarettes. Throw cats in a bag and throw them down a bridge. That's what they did in the 50s. I don't know. Wasn't there a bread famine or something back then? I want to say something about polio. Isn't that something that's eradicated now? I'm sure they will. Yeah. Yeah. Storyboarding. Wow. 8 years old. Yeah. I still don't even know what that is. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, yeah, and then so I don't even know where we go with this. So to paint the picture, is 8-year-old Scorsese growing up at New York, and he grew up in the Queensboro, by the way, and which I'm not. It's a little illy, so I don't think that's a very uh, good area. I don't want to say Queens is that not known for being the nice area, right? So little village in Sicily. Okay. And I read we're doing a horrible job at at blocking this out. I think we got to slow down here. Um, okay, so do we start like, or you want to do early life, or do we do like some kind of background as to who he is before we? Did we sufficiently do that? Okay, Yeah, I saw that in here. Wow, and then he got in. He was accepted into it. Obviously, another New York school graduate. Interesting. I wonder. I mean, if that the English degree is probably. I would assume that's helped him in this process from the way at least you look at things analytically and how he structures things. I mean, that's kind of all English related. Mm, yeah. Oh, which yeah, yeah. You made it. You can pursue that vision. We've said that over and over that that helps to complete that vision that you have that you started out with when you follow through with it in that way that they do from the writer director perspective. But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense in seeing how you want your characters to be shown and going through and actually like following through with it. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just start from basically his film career. Now he's gotten out of New York Film School, and from there, and we're talking 70s now, right? So he moves into uh, Hollywood, into the Hollywood area, and is working with. Okay, so it says the movie Brat Pack, which would be Francis Ford Coppola, who made don't tell me Godfather, and George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Brian De Palma, which is who's Brian De Palma? He made skip this part here. Oh, worked with Robert. Oh wait, here's his movies up here. Murder a la Mode, The Wedding Party, Dionysus, Obsession, Carrie. Okay, The Fury. Oh, that was a great movie. Have you seen The Fury? No, with everybody, The Untouchables. Maybe I don't know. I didn't check that. I think that's what I think it is. Nope, it's not. This is Supernatural. Sorry, different one. Femme Fatale. Okay, that. Oh, the Black Dahlia. Yeah. Okay. I'll give it to him. That's. Let's go back here to this page. Okay. So Brian De Palma was the one that introduced Robert De Niro to Scorsese. So that is like a profound moment there because, as you know, like Robert De Niro's in like every goddamn movie that Scorsese has made. Like he, when you become a director, there's like certain, people you. I think you almost when you're making roles, you're making them for these people that you worked with because your relationship goes so well. And for Scorsese, that's definitely De Niro and DiCaprio. He's yeah worked with them two by far the most. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely. But I think if it's a competition, I'm gonna give it to what is Tom Cruise. Yeah, if it's a competition, I'm gonna give it to Tom Cruise because he broke his foot on a shot for Mission Impossible and still kept filming until the end of the take. Which and it was an extended scene. Like he was completely acting in it and like limping completely through it, and he really broke his foot. But he does like he's gone to the point of getting his pilot's license so that he can actually do the stunts themselves. He became a helicopter pilot for the last Mission Impossible so that he could fly in between like an insane like gully of like snow-capped mountains, and all that shit was real. It was him flying it, which we'll get into him someday, I'm sure. No, no, back to Scorsese. We you need to find your inner mob boss for this one because, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, can we get on it? Okay, let's just talk movies. Oof, that sounds so art schooly and, and student film like. I don't what. Okay, yeah, that would be. Yep, that's the name. That would be definitely a student movie. Yeah, good. I'm sure it was just enough to get accepted. Yeah, fun. That's fun. Okay. I could dig that. I don't know where the PI is going to put his gun, and I'm hoping he still has like a built hat because that would just make the look complete. Yeah. And this we're talking like 50s for this. Yeah, okay. So feature films, goodness, this list goes on and on. I have it starting as a for directing at 67. You said the biggest loss, Boxcar Bertha. Uh, yeah, everybody has them. That's part of growing. Yeah, if you want to become successful, you gotta lose a few times. And this for him, this was yeah, Boxcar Bertha, 1972. And I don't know, I didn't see what the movie is about, but I saw that it was a Depression era film, and already after that, I was like, yeah, no. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I read that. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna start naming names throughout this career because otherwise we're never gonna get to them. But uh, shit, top 100 for me. Let's just keep going. Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, After Hours, Color of Money, The Last. Oh nope, Goodfellas, Cape Fear, Age of Innocence, Casino, Bringing Out the Dead, Gangs of New York, the Leonardo DiCaprio movie was freaking awesome. I didn't even know about how the five boroughs came together, but that was so awesome. They're fighting over it, and great movie. The whole Irish theme going into it. Aviator, The Departed, Shutter Island, another good mindfuck movie. Hugo, a fucking amazing movie. I don't know if that was filmed in like a regular uh, actor, but also like a cartoon slash claymation kind of feel cartoony movie. I don't even know how it was done to this day. It was a beautiful movie. The way it looks is awesome. Wolf of Wall Street, Leonardo DiCaprio again. Silence, and the most recent that we would know is The Irishman with again Robert De Niro. Another mob movie. Beautiful, yeah. Super long. It's a 3 hour movie. I know kids nowadays can't watch. Yeah, we had to break it up into like 3 days, but it's awesome. But yeah, I wanted to like enjoy it, and and even we've talked about before. It's this guy's in his 70s and he's still pushing the film technology, especially with the Irishman because they did like unheard of ways of how they aged Robert De Niro and de-aged him, and they made him look young, and we're talking like lidar cameras, like ultra violet filming, like they're filming him with like cameras that I don't even know the different light spectrums, and then they're rebuilding structures on his face, almost very similar to the way that they filmed with Will Smith in that movie. What is that movie? Gemini Man, yeah, with very similar to the way they were filming Gemini Man, and that's kind of the future. I think we're going to be rebuilding these characters digitally, and so we can add Robert De Niro to the list. And it's funny that technology is being pushed forward by somebody in his 70s, and this, yeah, and let me keep looking. Hmm. Oh my gosh, it was re-released, so it wasn't enough for him to just. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How much? What are we talking here? They couldn't re-release, Taxi Driver or Goodfellas or any one of the great movies that we consider classics, icons nowadays. We had to do Boxcar Bertha. Your hesitation is like having me giddy with anticipation. Oh man, big bucks. That's what a release if I did would make. My release about my feature length documentary about ants. It's okay. No, no. I'm sure we'd have a long talk about that after this show if I did. Oh, really? For me it's for me it's tarantulas. I have quite a lot of them where I live too, and often you'll see them, and yep, I can jump really high. Yeah, they're strong. They're coordinated. We're fucked once they develop self consciousness. Then we, once they know how to look into a mirror and just decide who am I as an ant, or they're gonna take over us. Emmys, art Emmys, awards. How many awards do we have? Sorry, I was reading a different page, but whew. One thing I learned about Martin Scorsese that I did not expect to learn is that he loves rock and roll. You wouldn't expect a guy that makes old school mafia movies to be a diehard for rock and roll. So he's actually made quite a lot of uh, documentaries about rock stars and stuff like Bob Dylan. Goodness, let me find here. Here it is. We have 25 full length films and 14 documentaries that he's made about rock stars. What? Yes, he loves rock stars. So, okay, Academy Award for The Departed. That's yeah. I can't even find all the rock stars here. I'm gonna look it up though. Give me one sec. We'll see rock stars. Here we are. Oh, he worked with Sam Mendes. Oh yeah, yeah. You see them on Facebook all the time. They pop up. They're actually really interesting. I like just watching the commercials because you learn so much from the commercials, even about their mindset, at least. Yeah, I love the idea of Gordon Ramsay just berating you for 8 hours on film. It's just you crying in a corner while the pan is steaming, and it's like, oh, I passed. I only put my certificate. It's just him yelling at you. And so you did the Scorsese. All right. Oh, I just did the wrong page. Oh, storyboard. Yeah. Jesus. Who's thinking about shots, like camera shots and angles at 8 years old? Jesus. My 8 year old wants to be an archaeologist, and so he goes in the backyard and digs up dog poop and says it's a dinosaur bone. But Scorsese was, yeah, storyboarding. Uh, Goodness, yeah, that's crazy. I've always heard from filmmakers, some that I've had the chance to talk to in person, and they it seems like there's this well, it's spoken this rule of like if you want to make a movie, get yourself 70 uh postcard like the card the white blank cards, and once you fill up all 70 of those, that's your movie. Like I guess that's basically what they do is they just lock themselves in a hotel, kind of like I'm in right now, and put out 70 cards on the floor, and they all represent different moments in the three act structure that is traditional to movies, and they fill them all up, and that somehow becomes a script. So like I mean that's always kind of like at the peak of my mind. Like some days, am I going to buy 70 white cards, and is a movie going to come from that? But yeah, I think that's storyboarding before storyboarding, right? You gotta like have the story before you storyboard. But 8 years old, Jesus, that he's Yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, for me, my first interaction with a Scorsese movie was Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, and it's specifically that scene where he's trying to hype himself up in front of the mirror, and it almost kind of like, yeah, but that intensity, there's just so much there, symbolically, because that's the moment we're kind of seeing him lose grips with reality and become like the sociopath that he becomes. And it's in the shaved head and the mohawk it is. And uh, again, I don't know if it's the director or the actor, because who came first, the chicken or the egg. It's that kind of mentality, but or maybe it's both, that what made that moment. I had that burned into the back of my retinas, is that moment of him talking into the mirror. Yeah, you talking to me, that definitely uh it, yeah, that. And so for me, I can't I it's those little things, those kind of like iconic moments, that made me want to get into making, or interest in film. And for me, I'm an audio guy, so I've always dealt with making good audio, and that also probably runs into my dad being an audio engineer his life as well. So Scorsese, he also has like a huge um, proclivity to like preserve film. So we have like foundations that he's open. It's the Film Foundation, the World Cinema Project, and the African Film Heritage Project. So all three foundations that are ones that he started, to help preserve it and continue the legacy of that tradition of filmmaking. Everything under the book. Let's roll through the list here. It's not going to be clean. I'm gonna have to make some edits, but yeah. So he's been nominated for a whole bunch of awards, and not just one of the things too is I think there's this ethnic centric idea for Americans that everything we do is a spotlight for the rest of the world, but it's not true. And he's been given awards and recognized nationally and throughout the world as well, internationally. So awards wise, we have Academy Awards for The Departed. We have AFI Lifetime Achievement, American Film Institute Lifetime Achievement. We have uh, your yeah, yeah. So I mean, so then he's gone on to do Grammy awards. He got a Grammy award for best long form music video. I didn't even know he made music videos. No Direction Home was a music video. He was Time Magazine's top 100 influential people in the world. He's considered one of the greatest directors of all time by Total Film Magazine, which is rated by other peers in the film industry. Um, he's put next to Alfred Hitchcock as far as legend, Steven Spielberg, and one other cool one. Yeah, it just goes on and on. I mean, that's a taste for you. Yeah, and again, we talked about this like last week, but I was wondering, like, I don't know what it is that makes it a signature behind his work, and maybe that is that ambiguity, or that thing I can't put my finger on, is what makes it great. But he's got a style that I don't know. Once you watch it, you just know it's him. And I've had a week to think about it, and I still don't know. like what it is. I don't know. It's got to be something deeper than like a parallaxing shot that Michael Bay does. It's something deeper than that. It has to do probably with the way he structures his characters or tells a story, because ultimately that's what a director is they're telling a story, and maybe just the way he does it is something that I don't know. It's more complex, but once I watch a movie from him, I know it's him. If that makes sense. Yeah. I haven't seen it. I've seen the commercials, but just in the commercials, yeah. Now that you're mentioning it, it's his style. And what is it? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. 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 And he does it with this classic structure of 3 hours, telling it over 3 hours. But we really connect to the characters at that point. I got something fun for you here. Uh, I found the list of awards, nominations, and wins. Academy Awards, 91 nominations, 20 wins. BAFTA Awards, 94 nominations, 23 wins. Golden Globes, 61 Golden Globes. 20, 45, 40, 50, 60 awards that he has sitting on his shelf right now. I think they are like probably not is even worth the dust bunnies that are collecting underneath them. It's like to him, it's just like I don't know. People work their whole lives to get to these type of things, even just be nominated. And this guy has 250, 70 something nominations amongst all these three categories that I just listed. That's something. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's great. I have none. I'm still working on my whatever the shit colored play button that comes from from YouTube for having 100 subscribers. Uh no, no, they don't give a shit about you until you make like a million. Yeah. I no, yeah, I'm not I have nothing. I'm a nobody. Just the fact that you're even spending time with me right now is godsend. Really? Don't you have like a Purple Heart from Obama or something? Did you not even count those or like Oh, okay, okay. So that counts. Okay. Oh, can I ask you something? What is with the forgive my insensitivity here, but what is the with the aprons you guys wear? What is up behind that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I was actually looking at some of your pictures recently, and I was wondering what I was going to ask you about that. But yeah, that's very interesting. So it's is it still they still have their secrets? Do you have like a pentagram tattoo somewhere? Let me see it. Well, it's a secret. You wouldn't want to show that, huh? So it's, you just make me want to know more about it. They already own the world, from what I hear. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to. Hmm. Oh, that's fun. That'd be cool to watch. Oh yeah, yeah. You good guys doing good. That makes sense. What Legion of Honor? What are those like? Is that what those things are? Yes. The reason I ask is because Scorsese was given one, so I saw that on the list. And since you brought it up about the uh, your words, I huh the highest award the French can give. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, he has one. Yeah, I know. I really don't know. Where else will we go? Boardwalk, Vinyl, all on HBO. I'm gonna edit it all out, so don't worry. Well, now you gotta say the whole thing, so I don't have it's like. And I'm sure that my top five is gonna be shared a lot by the things that you have to say. But let's get into it. I think the reason it got a lower score is because the general public doesn't like to think too much about what's going on, and like the things that I eat up, the symbolism and the little quirks and yeah, the symbol is the stuff that people don't want to consume necessarily. And I get it. You don't want to go to a movie to think about it for a week afterwards. You just want to like enjoy yourself and relax. But yeah, for me, yeah, and there's a lot of that in Shutter Island. Does he get a what is it? The thing, the ice pick in the eye at the end, lobotomize him. Yeah, he uses it as an opportunity to forget. Yeah, to escape. It's a drug for him basically. Yeah, he's escaping from it. It's a way out. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I've never seen Cape Fear. Mm. Okay, I'm gonna have to put it on the list to watch then. That's gonna have to be on my top five then. Yes, love it. I don't know who that guy was with the curly mustache, but he was awesome. He's a good actor. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Now you mentioned that, that makes I'm remembering it now. It is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop this here. Hang on once.